But over the course of time, they've realized that our delivery partners are also like customers because they are the one who are delivering your orders and everything. And if that breaks down, the whole system will break down.
Well, I literally have Excel sheets and documents, and I really literally plan to the T.
I don't think we're moving away from online digitized communities. I think it's going to stay. However,
I'd love to, pick Khushboo, you here and try to understand why your current employer has hired you, because that's a very interesting and different role. Would love to have you share it.
Sure. So I think I'm the first member of the team. So this team has recently been started by Swiggy because obviously for the longest time Swiggy has always been focused on customers, like how do they do repeat orders. We should get them on board. They should open. They should keep ordering and everything. But over the course of time, they've realized that our delivery partners are also like customers because they are the one who are delivering your orders and everything. And if that breaks down, the whole system will break down. So now, as a part of community and engagement and diversity, I would be taking care of how to build that user journey for delivery partners, how to make them feel heard, make them feel valued. It's not just about transactional anymore. We want to put that human touch. We want to upskill them to maybe learn about English, maybe learn computers, maybe learn about financially secure, how to do those financial goals and everything. So we want to touch upon all of those different aspects so that they feel more a part of the entire system and not look at just as as another job. So that was the whole idea about building this new vertical, and obviously diversity as well, because we can't exclude women from the entire delivery system, because there are a lot of women who actually want to go out and work, but they don't have the right resources or they don't know how to do it. So we want to build that community for women and also LGBTQ queer community. So we want to make a very inclusive community where it's a place for everyone and not just a job for men, but also women and other communities can also be a part of it. So that was the whole vision about building this vertical, and hopefully, I would be able to do justice to this. So yeah, fingers crossed.
And I want to re-pick my earlier point here. So the organization probably figured that this is an underserved community, which is very, very important and integral part of the organization. Now they've gotten a community builder to look after that sort of audience, and I'm sure a very, very important part of your role is to work with different teams, whatever it takes, to deliver certain value and solve certain problems that those delivery partners might be facing today.
Definitely.
So yeah, awesome.
For example, if I talk about, just wanted to add, if I want to talk about how will I measure the success of this particular vertical, I think the easiest success is to check the NPS. So we, like at Swiggy, we do this NPS check every quarter, and we want to just see if the NPS score is increasing or not. So that would be like the one KPI that they have set, and I think I can build on more on how we can measure the success and everything else. But that is just one way of measuring success. How happy your delivery partners is.
Right. And that's so true. Last couple of questions. One is around what is it that you guys do to, or maybe recommend others to manage burnout? I think burnout is a big issue. Again, I'll quote the one of the State of Community Management report by Community Roundtable that it says 50% of community professionals experienced a high degree of burnout in last 12 months. What are your hacks to manage burnout? And I'm again looking for one word, one line answers if possible. Maybe we can start with Neha.
Two hacks actually. One is plan very well. I literally have Excel sheets and documents, and I really literally plan to the T. That helps me manage my time, and that in turn will not will help me with my burnout issue. Number two is I take breaks. I think we forget to take breaks, and breaks as in literally going away from work, taking your leaves. I think you really deserve it. Plan it well and take it. Because at times, community roles can be very intense and engrossing.
Right, right. Anything you want to add to it, Avni?
Yeah, I would say be realistic about your resourcing, right? Like if you need additional help, then you should be upfront about it. No one can be on 24/7. Then also just set boundaries with your community. Community is not meant to be 24/7. So it's okay to have operating hours. It's okay to be, but I know community leaders that basically say, hey, Sunday is a day off for us. This is the time we spend with our family. We're not going to be answering any queries. Feel free to look through yourself, but this is what we turn off.
Any hack, Khushboo, from your side?
I think obviously internally you can set some guidelines, but when you are a user-facing role, people ping you anytime. They ping you on WhatsApp, they ping you on Facebook if you're not able to reach. So I think for me the hack is just have clear communication. Like for example, if someone is reaching out to me on a break, I will listen to that person. I'll say, hey, can I get back to you on Monday? Hope that's okay. So it's okay to tell them that we will get back to you. So I will never ever not reply to them and just keep them in reply that hey, where's my query? They don't know what is happening. So I'll just reply back, hey, I'll come back to office on Monday and I'll solve that issue first thing in the morning. So I think clear communication and just letting them know they are okay with that actually. Like if you just tell them, the users are okay with that.
I have reserved one last question which I had kept. I want to talk about the future of this role. A lot of the people, especially I remember in again the State of Indian Community Management report, they said, hey, we picked this role because we love talking to people, or hey, we picked this role because we love meeting people, we love traveling. And COVID has just flipped it, and communities are more online first than offline first today. What do you guys think will be the future in terms of work culture once, let's say, COVID settles? What do you guys think, Avni?
Yeah, like I never want to go back to an office again. I'm done commuting. But I think that I don't think we're moving away from online digitized communities. I think it's going to stay. However, the flip side of that is communities that had a hybrid model where they were also meeting offline are starting to meet offline again. And people, I don't know, individually, I think we all have a hunger to see people, right? We want humans again, especially those of us that are fairly extroverted. So I think we're going to find a very interesting set of quasi-digital, quasi-in-real-life community models coming up very, very soon as people begin to explore those spaces. Potentially even things in the metaverse where you feel like you're more present, but you're still sitting at home.
Right. Khushboo, what's your take on it?
I think I agree with whatever Avni just mentioned, that it would be a hybrid model, obviously focusing more on building it online, because thanks to COVID, we all realized that we can actually build communities online as well, and we can actually explore that part, doing different things. We have Zoom, we have Google Meets, we have so many different things now to connect online. So definitely online is going to stay, but obviously you need some human touch. So offline meetups would happen, but earlier we used to think that offline is the way to go to build communities. But now that mindset has changed actually. Now people have started believing in building online and supporting it with offline meetups. So, I agree that it would be a hybrid model eventually.
Right. Neha, I'll ask the same question in a different way. What are the offline, how many offline events are planned for Quora in the next, let's say, 3 to 4 quarters?
I can definitely talk about the next 3 quarters, which is this year. We're not looking to kind of take anything offline yet, and that is also the reason why this is so is because we are very sensitive to how people are responding to COVID and the preceding waves. There are a bunch of countries out there that are again, seeing COVID. India again is going to kind of see rising cases, but also how governments are are responding to such waves as well. So I think right now we have chosen to keep this online. But who knows? I think, one of the things definitely is that while we have chosen to keep this offline, the community itself has, taken upon itself to at times do these offline volunteer-led meetups, which is a very interesting dynamic. Number two, I think, to your main question, Nipun, I think it also greatly depends upon the nature of the community. If you look at the gaming community, the online gaming community, they perhaps will never perhaps even meet offline. But yeah, it also depends upon, the community, and I think taking informed decisions basis how your community is, what's the nature and how it is responding to certain events, you make a decision about some of these aspects.
So, my 2 cents on that is, and this is for all those people who jumped into this industry, saying that, hey, I love traveling, I love, meeting people, I love, let's say, making new friends. I think the skill sets are still the same. You just need to find better online tools to create those experiences for your community. And trust me, there are enough tools in the market and there is a lot more happening. So those core emotions are going to be there, but the way you used to imagine that is going to be different. So maybe when you say, hey, I love traveling, maybe now you'll have to travel on metaverse sometime in future. When you say, hey, I love conducting events, you'll need to probably conduct some of these events like what we're doing here. And there are so many great tools who are building for events which sort of replicate an offline event experience, at least in bits and pieces today, and I'm sure it is going to only improve from here. So yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I've already sort of extended everyone's time by more than half an hour. It was lovely having you guys, Avni, Khushboo, Neha, and I can see 38 more people who have stayed here. Thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate all of you spending time here. If you liked what we do share about our initiatives. Do share about Community Hood with your friends who are looking to either enter into this industry or upskill themselves into this industry. This is one thing that we want to do. Our mission for this community is to enable 1 million community builders and upskill 1 million community builders, and we cannot do it without our community, which is you guys. So do share the word, do invite more people to Community Hood. If you have not joined Community Hood so far, we'll share. Akshita has already shared the link. Do apply. We know it's a little more tedious process, but we've kept it because we want the community to only have people who are deeper into community building. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you next week. We do these events every week, different type of events. And thank you so much again, Neha, Khushboo, Avni. It's always a great chat with you guys, and I look forward to have another conversation with you soon.
Thank you, Nipun. Thank you for inviting.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.